To John S.'s Sports Channel, and today we're going to go completely different. We're going to look at the relegation battle in the Premier League, something we don't usually do. I thought it would be something of a change. We do keep an eye on the Premier League, and living near Portsmouth, obviously we're keeping a good eye on Southampton, and as the locals definitely are. And we have to start there, unfortunately. Southampton in 20th position, 6 points. At the minute, they're 11 points from safety. Really, I mean, it could be 10, but the goal difference is that it's minus 32. It really is 11 points from safety. We're halfway, guys. Well, just over halfway now. Doesn't look good for them, does it? Change of manager. They have improved. I must admit they have improved. I have seen a slight improvement. But as we get into January, guys, this January transfer window is going to be one where they really do need to start bolstering. They've now admitted they're going to have to change that style and stop just playing out from the back. Have they? Well, I don't think they have completely. They have improved, not a great deal to me. Have they improved enough? No. I think that Southampton are as good as dead and buried as we can get. They'll just have to take the extra cash that they get from the Premier League for a year and try and use it to their optimum next year in the Championship. Leicester City. Now, Leicester City, this is a difficult one. I've seen some really good performances by Leicester City. They sit in 19th on 14 points, and they're actually only 3 points away from safety. Yeah, because they're minus 23. With their goal difference, it's really difficult to see them eating into that, isn't it? They are trying to bolster that front line. Whether they will successfully is another thing. I think they will. I think they will do it. I think that they can push to try and get ahead of the likes of Wolves and Ipswich. Could they get as high as Everton? I wouldn't put it past them. They have done amazing things in the past, like win the Premier League, totally against all the odds. Can they do it this time? Well, they'll not win it, but can they get out of it? I think to me it's sort of 60-40 or even less. I think there's very little chance of them getting out of it. But don't write them off. Certainly don't write them off. They have improved quite a lot, I think, since the first few weeks, and they are trying to use this January period to try and bolster. Will it work? Let's wait and see. Fans, I think you should give me a few comments on this. I think certainly the Leicester City fans should be telling me what you think, because I'm a little bit puzzled on this one. I'm sort of 60-40 thinking you're not going to do it. But I think you might have that, just enough of a chance if we can have a good transfer window. Wolves in 18th now. It's just been a bit of a battle, hasn't it? And I just don't see... It's been hit and miss. It's been hit and miss. More miss than hit, unfortunately. There's been times when I've thought, Wolves are going to be safe, surely. They're just not poor enough to be dropping below Ipswich. And I think that's the key here with the next three teams that we're going to look at. Wolves, yeah, they have played quite consistently, but occasionally they've done really well. Occasionally they've done really poorly. More often than not, I've looked at their style and their technical abilities and thought, it's just not showing through enough for me to be calling them a Premier League side, which is a shame, because they have been obviously a Premier League side for a couple of years, so that's pretty good. Ipswich in 17th. Now, Can Ipswich stay out of it is my question. And it's sort of Ipswich and Wolves, I believe, for this last drop place. Ipswich have improved a little bit, and they have sort of they have tried to change their style a little, and they tried to play a little bit more defensively, really, because they have to when you go up to the Premier League, because you can't play them at their own game, but not playing it along the back like Southampton did decide to do with their last manager. They've done some really good shocks, haven't they? And they've played really, really well, grabbing those occasional goals, defending the goal like Billio at the back, and they've succeeded on some occasions. And that's why I sort of look at this and I think, could they just get the odd win, just enough to get a point a game or more? Because at the minute they're on 20 games, 16 points. And I can just see this team grabbing a point a game, and that would just bring them up, probably level with Everton, if they kept in the same sort of frame of mind in the Everton squad. So I can see Ipswich catching our next team, Everton, just about, if they just keep on going in the manner that they're going at the minute. Steady, little steps, little improvements, and I can see them doing quite well. My question is, would Wolves be able to catch them up? They certainly have the ability. They can do it. They have done it. They have played really well. Like I say, sometimes they've played really good Premier League class football, and it's been really good to watch. So it's been entertaining and good football. And this free-flowing, open game that the Premier League's used to is what Wolves have been playing, and playing it well. So I think that Wolves are going to be pushing in this triage of teams, and we go to the third team in that threesome, Everton, and obviously change manager. Let's see what he can do. But he's already admitted he's burnt out after the first few days. So this is a bit of a worry. If a new manager thinks he's getting burnt out after a few days, hell, what's he going to do for the rest of the season? Or is he making excuses before they get into trouble? I think that the new manager bounce will probably happen at some point. I don't actually see it at the minute, and I'm sure it will happen. I just don't quite see a team gelling quite yet as they should do, because that team should be able to gel, and it should be able to prove itself as a mid-table Premier League side at least. However, it's not doing. It's conceding silly goals. I just can't. The only benefit from watching Everton is a very, very consistent for me. I always seem to think, that's the same Everton side, the same class, the same style. They're not playing better today. They're not playing worse. It's pretty much a stable side, performance-wise. So I would be using Everton as the base here, and let's use Everton as the base because they are so reliable. They're just reliable, aren't they? I don't think that they're going to lower that points per game. I think they're going to probably stay about where they are. 20 games, 17 points. I think it's a case of, can the teams below them just get those 2 or 3 points extra over the next half of the season and push equal or above them? To be honest, they're going to have to push above them because they have Everton have minus 11, Ipswich have minus 15 goal difference, and Wolves have minus 17. It's going to be tight. Get a few wins, couple of wins, just 1 or 2 wins extra to get up with them. It's still going to keep you a fair bit below, a couple below them on goal difference. So I think it's going to be difficult because Everton have I like Everton's defence actually. It's not too bad considering where they are. in the league. So Ipswich, I think, can get equal with them. I think they can, with the way they're playing, I think they could, with a good couple of acquisitions over the January period, which I believe they've got or going to get. I think they can do well up front, get a couple more goals, and do that usual, quite decent defence on several occasions, not all the time, and get equal or 1 point ahead of Everton, or they'll be 1 point below. I think that it's going to be a damn close race. If I had to put my money on it, I'd say Ipswich would just about nick Everton in it. Wolves, on the other hand, are so up and down, I'm not quite sure where the hell to put them. I think this is 50-50. I think this is 50-50, and I think it's going to be down to Everton or Wolves. And to me, I can't make the call. I'm gonna, if I have to make a call, I would probably say Everton, based on the fact that the Wolves would overcome Everton and drop Everton into the bottom three. Only because I think that Wolves are more up and down, and it only takes 1 or 2 extra goals in 1 or 2 extra games, and they're literally bouncing above Everton and trying like the devil to stay above them or stay equal with them, and then try and get a couple more goals. So my threesome here is going to be Southampton for the bottom. I think Leicester City will be probably where they are now in 19th. 18th is the difficult one. I'm going to go for Everton. Please give me your comments, give me your suggestions. Try not to dislike it just because it's just a bit of funny. It's my thoughts on a league that is 2 leagues above my team, as you can tell. So don't start hating me just because I don't know enough about the Premier League. But give me your comments, and it's John S.'s Sports Channel for a different type of prediction altogether. I'm predicting the Premier League. Thank you very much.